onto the chorus. So this bit's very, it makes me think of classical music. We've got this pedal tone on this D note here. So D string 12th fret with our middle finger. And that's going to stay there, at least for the moment. And you're going to have the notes kind of playing around it. We're going to bounce off of this note, which is hence the term pedal tone. We are going to play the 11th fret on the G string. That's the first note. And then to the D note. And we're going to let those ring. And we're going to play it how many times? So 4 times. Just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then we're going to bring our middle finger, our third finger underneath the middle finger. So on the 12th fret on the G strings, they're both on the 12th fret now. Okay. And then the little finger now is going to play on the G string at the 14th fret, 4 times as well. So you get this. And we're going to take all of those shapes and move the whole thing down to where the middle finger is on the 7th fret. And we're going to have all the same notes there, but we're going to play it backwards this time. Well, backwards, then back up again. So we're going to reverse that shape. Where up here we had... I'm now going to move that shape down to... But still pedaling off of this middle finger here. So that will be the D string at the 7th fret. So we get... And as I move down, my shape is already there. All I need to do is to take that shape that I've already got with these 2 fingers, with the middle finger and the little finger, move down to the 7th fret and play the part. That goes around twice, and then we have some higher voicings of these chords. So what's happening there? We start off with this D triad, which you will have used in reggae music or funk. And we are playing groups of 3, starting with the high E string and just basically going to the next 2 consecutive strings. We're going... Yes, so twice. With the high E string again. And then to the open G string. So... Which on its own almost sounds like it shouldn't work, but it kind of just heralds in the next chord, which is a G chord. So we're going to change shape now to this dyad here. Or actually, it's not really a dyad. It's 2 fingers, but there's a 3rd note. It comes from this G chord here, which is a D shape, open D shape. But we're only going to play these top 2 strings and the open G string. And we're kind of going to play the same picking pattern as the D we just did. Okay, so... So when you play the D and then we get to the open G note, it's a nice time to lift your fingers up and go to the next shape. It kind of gives you a bit of space to move your fingers to that kind of G shape, or partial G shape. And then we're going to move up to the 10th fret, and it's kind of like a D. I mean, the chord here will be B minor, so D and B minor are enharmonic for all of you theory freaks out there. So we can play a D on top of this B minor chord, and we are playing the high E string and the B string at the 10th fret, and we are jumping to the open D string. The same picking pattern as we just did on the last two sections. I guess you could get away with moving that low D or that open D to here, G string 7th fret. I guess that could work. And then after that, we are going back to this bit that we did earlier on. But I don't think it goes back up again. I think it just stays on the 6th fret. So 8, 7, 9, 7, 6. And then around again. And then you get this kind of instrumental break before the second verse, which is basically the first bit of the chorus again. And then round again, and then into the next verse. Into the next verse, into the next pre-chorus, and then into the chorus again. But the second chorus doesn't have that little break that I just showed you just now. It goes straight into the instrumental section. So similarly to the chorus, this is, well, it's very similar. It kind of reminds me of, is it Beethoven, Ode to Joy? I usually actually play that when I do this live. Not that anyone notices, I don't think. Maybe they do. Anyway, so what's happening here? We're going to start off the same as the chorus. First finger on the G string 11th fret, middle finger on the D string 12th fret. Two of those pairs again with the pedal tone, and then just one on the 12th fret G string, and then up to the 14th fret on the G string. So we should be familiar with this now because we've played it already in the chorus. These three notes. So the melody is this. If I take the pedal tone out, okay, one more time. But then I'm just going to add the pedal tone in. And then we play this bit. So that's just 11 to 12 and back to 11. But with the pedal tone. So all of that together we get. And then we shift down to this position again, where our middle finger is on the 7th fret. And we are going to play, the melody here is going to be 9, 7, 6. With the pedal tone. So let's put all of that together. So all of that gets played twice, and then let's look at the outro. So when I watch videos of them playing this live, the guitarist will kind of strum the chords now. And I see him playing kind of down here, the open chords. And it is as simple as the chords in the chorus, which is a D, G, B minor, and an A. If you want to be a bit more punk, which is what I like to do when I play this song, I'll do it with power chords. That's the bit where the singer goes, I never. So what you want to remember is on the very last one, we're going to go back to the section here and just play those as chords rather than we're going to play them as a basically kind of power chords in a way. Dyads, I should say. I like to pick up. It kind of highlights that melody a bit more. If I pick down, I mean, maybe it's not a massive difference. I don't know if you can hear that, but I like to pick up. I've seen the guitarist do it. I was watching it recently just to prepare for this video, and there's one shot I've seen in one of the videos where you can see him kind of going up, so maybe my theory is correct. And what am I using on this? I did go online to see what gear the guitarist uses. I've no idea if it's actually accurate or not. The only drive pedal that I remember seeing was a Tube Screamer, and I did try this with the Tube Screamer. I tried it with this, actually. Tried it with this JHS Bonsai, which is basically 9 Tube Screamers in one, because the one he had was the TS9. I have TS8 somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. So I have a TS8 here, old school one of the adapter for the power, but this is a TS8, so I want it to be authentic. There's not actually much difference, I don't think, but I used the TS9 on the Bonsai. It sounded good, sounded like what it's supposed to sound like, but it just sounded a bit dirty for the sound I was going for. So I ended up using my T-Rex Moller. I've got the old one. There's a newer version, but there'll be links to all of these in the description below if you fancy checking them out and maybe picking one up. And I'm also using my trusty T-Rex Hall of Fame 2. So very simple in terms of gear. As I said, affiliate links are below if you're interested in any of that gear. But there you have it. There is Mr. Brightside by The Killers. Let me know what you think below. Let me know how you got on with the song. And let me know if there's any other songs you want to learn to play, or even just generally any content you might want to see. The Perfunctionist YouTube channel is still pretty young, or still growing, so any content ideas that you have, anything you want to see, let me know, and I may make a video out of it. Until then, I hope you're all well, and I will see you in the next video.